If you woke up tomorrow morning in ancient Egypt, what would your day look like? Would you eat bread and beer for breakfast? Would you shave your head and wear a wig? Would you worship a cat? Or sleep on the roof because your house was too hot? Today, we are traveling 4,000 years back in time, into the real daily life of ancient Egyptians. Not kings, not queens, but the ordinary people. What they wore, what they cooked, how they slept, how they raised their children, and even how they flirted. Let's begin. Before the pyramids became wonders, they were workplaces. The sun rises over the Nile. The air is warm, the sky glowing gold. Most Egyptians wake at sunrise, not with alarms, but with the sound of birds and farmers preparing fields. Houses are simple. Mud brick rooms, small windows and flat roofs. Families often slept on the roof during hot nights. Inside the home, reed mats, clay pots, wooden stools, children still half asleep. Breakfast is quick and simple: bread, dates, and beer. Yes, beer. It's safer than river water. And then the day begins. Their homes were small, but their families were big. Most Egyptians lived in 2 to 4 room homes. Kitchen, storeroom, living space, and sometimes an upper floor. Wealthy houses were different. Gardens with palm trees, decorative pools, servants' quarters, painted walls, beautiful furniture. Families were the heart of Egyptian society. Children were cherished. Girls learned weaving and cooking. Boys learned farming or their father's trade. Rich children might learn writing, math, and hieroglyphics from a scribe. You think your job is hard? Try building a pyramid in 45 degrees Celsius heat. Most Egyptians were farmers. Their entire calendar followed the Nile. Flood season, Akhe, river rises. Growing season, Parate, fields planted. Harvest season, Shimu, crops collected. Other jobs included carpenters, potters, fishermen, goldsmiths, stonecutters, soldiers, priests, scribes, most respected. Priests shaved their entire bodies for purity. Scribes used reed pens and ink made from soot. Women's work included weaving, brewing beer, baking, childcare, managing home. Wealthy women supervised servants and managed large estates. Did you know the ancient Egyptians invented some of the first kitchen tools? Cooking happened mostly in the courtyard. They used clay ovens, grinding stones for flour, clay jars for storing beer, flat pans for bread. Common foods: bread, beer, garlic and onions, fish, lentils, cucumbers. Foods for the rich: beef, lamb, geese, grapes, honey, wine. Their flavoring style included cumin, coriander, salt, sesame oil. Meals were simple, but surprisingly delicious. Egyptians weren't just stylish, they were trendsetters. Most clothes were made of linen. Men, short white kilts, longer robes for the wealthy. Priests wore pure white garments. Women, long fitted dresses, shawls, colorful jewelry, hair and wigs. Egyptians often shaved their heads to stay clean. Children had one braid, the side lock of youth. Wigs were extremely common. Human hair, wool, plant fibers, jewelry. Even poor people wore beads. Rich Egyptians wore gold, lapis lazuli, turquoise, carnelian. Beauty mattered deeply. Ancient Egyptians were cleaner than many medieval empires. Egyptians bathed daily. They used perfumed oils, scented soaps, eyeliner, kohl, powdered cosmetics. Kohl protected their eyes from sunlight and infections. Skincare: Egyptians used honey, aloe vera, milk, morina oil, castor oil. Medicine: Egyptians practiced surgery, dentistry, herbal medicine. They wrote advanced medical texts like the Ebers Papyrus. Egyptian children had no school bags, but they had wooden writing boards. Childhood was loved and protected. Kids played with clay toys, carved wooden animals, balls, dolls with real hair. Education depended on status. Rich boys learned to read and write. Girls learned domestic skills. Some became priestesses, musicians, or dancers. Every step they took, they believed the gods walked beside them. Religion shaped every part of life. Egyptians worshipped gods like Arasun, Osiris, afterlife; Isis, magic; Horus, sky; Batet, cats, protection. People prayed at home shrines. Temples were powerful centers with priests performing rituals, offerings, and processions. Millions wore amulets for protection. Their nights were surprisingly fun. Egyptians relaxed by playing Senate board game, dancing, listening to harps and flutes, storytelling, drinking beer and wine. Rich families held banquets with music and performances. For Egyptians, death was not the end. It was the beginning. Egyptians believed the soul needed a preserved body mummification, items for next life tomb goods. Tombs contained clothes, weapons, jewelry, food, games, miniature servants, ushabtis. They believed in a peaceful afterlife by the Nile forever. So the next time you look at the pyramids, remember the ordinary Egyptians, farmers, mothers, children, bakers, builders, who built a civilization so advanced that even today we can still feel their presence. If you want more incredible history, hit subscribe. The ancient world is waiting.